Hello everyone. Am I audible to you all? Right. Okay. So, okay, nice. Okay, so let's just wait for 2 minutes and then we will start with this amazing topic of computer networks. Okay, though I'll be sharing the notes, definitely the notes would be shared by the bootcamp team. But what I have done this time I have done this thing new that I'll be also sharing this particular thing. What you say? My GitHub link on that I'll be sharing all the notes and the interview questions simultaneously. Though if you are in the DevTown community group, that's fine. You will also get the things from there itself. Okay, from there itself also. Okay, and what new things that you will get through this is that you will that as soon as we will be discussing these topics, there are some of the images which are not included in the notes. Okay, because while I'm making notes, the notes contains pure theory part. So these kinds of images would also be available on the GitHub, on my GitHub profile. Okay, so I'll share that GitHub profile later. Okay, I'll share that GitHub profile later, some later in some later parts. Like let everyone join. So I was just telling this. I'll share this particular thing again. Okay, as soon let everyone join, and then we will start this sessions. Okay, let's just wait till 7:03. Okay, till then, if anyone has any doubt related to bootcamp, right? Though I'll be like clearing your doubts. Okay. Okay. So I think we can start the session now. It's 7:02, and most of the people, like in a good quantity of number, has joined. Okay, so I think we can start the session. So this boot camp will be on computer networks, and the sole motive of this computer networks boot camp is that you get the good idea how the networking works. Okay, okay, how the networking works, and it will make this bootcamp will make you ready for the interview purposes more. Okay, more focused on interview purposes, like what main things are asked in interview. Okay, we will cover from basic, like the basic terms, and we will go to the advanced level too, like in advanced in sense of like the models, the IP addressing. Okay, these are the very hot topics which are definitely asked in your uh, what you say in your interviews. Okay, and that thing you should know, because our software engineering work is all about networking. You are working on a laptop, right? There is a client side rendering, server side rendering. All these things happens due to networking, right? Okay, so basically in today's day one, we will definitely cover what is CN, objective of CN, basic terms, and different type of topologies. And the main thing is that this OSI and TCP model. Okay, this is the main thing, and I will make sure that you will get to know definitely you if someone is in his fifth semester or sixth semester, this would have been a great challenge. Okay, but within 10 minutes I will explain you in such a way that you will never going to forget uh, that what are these models. Okay, because these models, out of these two, only one model you use in your daily life. Okay, and I will tell you in a very simple manner. Okay, after that what will happen, that this is the day one topic that will cover. Suppose these are the network layers. Like this is an OSI network layer. It is a 7 layer layered protocol. So what will happen in the next day, we will cover these two topics, these two layers in a deep manner. In second day we will cover these two layers in a more deep manner. And in third day, in the next days, we will cover these layers, like by layer we will cover all of these, like what are the protocols, what are the devices that are used at these specific layers, so that you will understand it more clearly. Today we will just look at that what is this application layer, what it does. Okay, we will not look at the what are the networking devices that work at this layer, what are the protocol that work at this layer. We will just look at that what is an OSI model, what are its different layers, and we will make a difference between a TCP IP and an OSI model. Okay, these are just looking like a fancy words, but they are very easy and simple words to understand. Okay, so I think we can start the session. If anyone has any doubt, like related to topics, like any other topics that you feel that we would not cover, so like I'll explain you that we will cover everything. Okay, we will cover everything from basic to advanced. Okay, so let me just see at the chat section and then we will start the session. Okay, so like today, the main elephant in the room is the OSI model, and I will explain you in a such a way that you will never going to. Right, right. So someone say that transportation layer and networking layer are mostly right. They are most often used, right? Okay, so I think we can start the session. Everyone is ready. Okay, so basically, just we will start like what is a computer network. By the term, you can definitely understand that network means it is a connection of some things. Okay, so what connection? It is a connection of your laptop, computer, smart TV, smartphone, gaming console, and printers. They are connected through your Wi-Fi. So this is a kind of a networks that you follow in a day-to-day life. Okay, this is a very basic example. Okay, suppose your laptop is connected to your Wi-Fi, even your computer. Now the smart TVs are also there. Okay, so they are working in a connected manner. Okay, they are working in a connected manner. So the basic definition of computer network is that the interlinkages or the networking of different devices that are working together to get a particular goal. uh, okay, to get a particular or to achieve a particular goal. Okay, suppose what would be the goal of this particular network, so that a person who is living in his room, in his house, he can get all of the access through this all networking. Okay, this is the networking. That your laptop is connected to your Wi-Fi, smartphone is connected to your Wi-Fi, right? So this is the basic definition of computer network. So when we are networking these devices, what should be our objective? Okay, so these are very you can find these are very theoretical terms, but definitely what are the objectives? That we maintain our security, data integrity should be there, resource sharing should be there, there should be a streamline communication between the devices. Okay, data should not be lost. So we will look at that what are the objectives. So these are the objectives, that is resource sharing, cost saving, right? Your cost should be saved, right? Because if you are using like not a budget friendly network, it can be heavy in your pockets, and I don't think so that is one of the objective of computer networks. Okay, like the what you say, secured remote access, reduction of errors, streamline collaboration and communication. So these are some of the objectives of computer networks. Okay, so I think we covered this particular thing. Now we will look at some of the basic terms of the computer networks. We will look at like when we will be discussing these TCP and OSI model, there will be some like terms that you should know. Okay, suppose that types of transmissions. Like if this is a computer and this is a computer. Okay, so there are basically three types of transmission. Before starting, there are three types of transmission. Okay, so these three types are simplex transmission. Simplex means this would be a unidirectional, like you are talking on a phone, and this is a sender, this is a receiver. Only sender can talk in this particular case. So this kind of thing is called simplex. Because okay, talking about half duplex is that at a time only one can send the message, and vice versa. Suppose this is a computer A, this is a computer B. So in this, what can happen at a time? A is sending and B is receiving. Now what will happen when this happened? Now B can send the message and A will receive. So these operation would not go simultaneously. And now there is a full duplex, means there is a dedicated path that is established between them and a bidirectional talking is happening. Suppose you are talking on phone to someone else. So that connection is basically full duplex, because you are actually engaging in a conversation where someone can answer your you can answer these things simultaneous in a simultaneous manner. Okay, so these are the transmission modes, like the types of transmission mode, that is simplex, half duplex, and full duplex. Simplex basically means that only like in a unidirectional connection. Half duplex is a bidirectional but one at a time, whereas full duplex is a bidirectional and they can happen simultaneously. Okay. Okay. So now these are some of the basic terms, like types of transmission modes. And now we will look at some of the topologies. So topologies basically means like, okay, before starting with the topologies, let me explain you one more things. Type of networks. Okay, like type of network in sense of LAN, WAN, and MAN. I think you all must have knew these terms. Okay, but let me concise those things in one line. So like before starting, you may not get LAN, MAN, and WAN. Okay. Oh, WAN. Okay. Now the LAN basically means local area network. So you can just consider it as, suppose network, like there is a building. Okay, there is a building, and a Wi-Fi is shared between this building only. So this type of networking is known as local area network, because that particular network is confined to a particular space. Man means metropolitan area network. Metropolitan area network means, suppose there are different branches of a same company, which are spread all over the Delhi capital. Okay, suppose this is the Delhi capital and there is one office here, one office here, one office here, one office here. So the combined networks of these all offices, that they will be working together, will come under man. This kind of what you say, collaborative environment or a network, is called a man, which is metropolitan area network, because it is spread across the capital. Whereas WAN means a wide area network, means connection between two or more buildings, which are, like I am telling, buildings or networks which are spread over different continents or countries. Suppose there is America and there is India. Okay, so one company has the office in America and as well as India. So the network which is established between these two offices would consider as a WAN. Okay, wide area network. I think you are all clear with these basic terms. Okay, these are like very basic terms, and I have also explained in a very basic manner. Now we will look towards the topologies, that what are the different kind of topologies, like kind of a way in which we can arrange these networks or devices. Like the topologies means the way in which we organize our devices to connect to form a network. Okay, so before starting this different type of topologies, I'll look at the chat section. If anyone has any doubt related to this, you can ask, like LAN, WAN, MAN. I think these are very basic terms too. Simplex, duplex connection, and then we will move ahead. Okay. Okay, so if someone has joined now, I just told that I'll be sharing my GitHub link. So let me share it now itself. I'll share at 7:30. Okay, in those you will get the notes, and as well as, though you will be getting the notes from the DevTown team also. But what will happen is that I'll share the things that are happening in the classes. These slides would be shared in the GitHub. Okay. 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 So someone says, "Sir, could you please?" Definitely, when we will be looking layer by layer. So definitely, this is a very what you say, a very difficult topic sometimes to understand. But when we will go layer by layer, we will look at the different type of networking devices, because networking devices work at a particular layer. Suppose there is a hub. Hub always operates on a physical layer. Switch operates on a data link layer. Router operates on a networking layer. So when we will go layer by layer, we will discuss all of these networking devices, okay, layer wise, because then it will be easy for you to understand. Someone said that why it is necessary to use LAN, that is local area network. See, it depends upon your, like what you say, what your necessity. Okay, necessity is basically invention of all mothers, right? So, right. So if you are in a building, if you are in a building and you want that all of the departments in that building should be connected. Suppose in a college, suppose like right, I'll explain you with an example. In a college, suppose there is a printer, okay, so no, not printer, suppose there is a college, this is a college, and it has various departments. Suppose there is an IT department, there is a CS department, EC, so you want that these all, like all like kind of all of these networks, like all of these departments should be connected to each other, right, in terms of sharing resources, data, right. Suppose they are connected to some internet, okay, okay, internet, so this internet bandwidth should be equally distributed in all of these networks, or you can say all of these departments. So you definitely create a LAN here, okay, that this is what a LAN means, that it is a local area network. So that's why you need a LAN. Okay. So just for now, let me share the. Let me just push this. Uh, Day one questions, and after, let me just push this. Okay. So let me share the GitHub link also. So do follow the GitHub link, because I'll be also like, don't write in the comment section for now, okay, because not just the computer networks, I'll be sharing OS, operating systems, hooks, system design, JavaScript interview questions also there. Okay, so do follow that, because it will be very helpful for you only. Okay, so now I think we can start the session. Okay, so now we can start with these topologies. So now we just look at the type of networks. Like these are this is a LAN. Okay, so now we will understand that, suppose this is an IT department. Now we will understand how the computers would in the IT department would be connected to each other. Okay, so this is what the topologies is. So now we will discuss it one by one. So basically, and definitely each topology has their own advantages and disadvantages. So definitely on your what kind of work you have to do. So you have to select your topologies in such a way. Though there is some favorite topologies that we have to, that are used in real world applications, okay, that I'll ask you once we will finish this. That would be your kind of a question section, right. So we will look at the mesh topology. In mesh topology, what happens that each connection, each device, or you can say each laptop is connected to one, to the other laptop. So what happens that definitely the resource sharing becomes very fast, because if C1 has to connect it to C2, like C3. So he will directly send those data or frames through this line. Okay, he does not have to go from this, okay, from this and then to this. He will directly, this particular computer will directly send the data packets to this particular computer. Okay, though the transmission is very high, the disadvantage is that there is a lot of bandwidth sharing, or you can say there is a this is a very complex kind of network. So definitely there are trade-offs. Okay, if you are sending a data at high packages, definitely it would be a complex one. Okay, so it would be okay. Now we will look at the star topology. So what happens in this? Okay, let me tell. suppose Suppose C2 gets disconnected. Suppose C2 gets distorted. So now what will happen? There is no way to get to this C1. This is C1. If C1 gets disconnected, there is no way to get it back. Okay. So So now we will move towards the optimization. We will look at the star topology. What will happen? Suppose this particular connection get distorted, due to which this particular computer will also get affected. This particular computer will also get affected, because you were connected with every computer is connected to every computer, right? So now we move towards the optimization. We put a hub here, okay, and we connected the devices, system 1, system 2, system 3, system 4. What happened if system 1 has to send packets to system 4? It will transfer it to hub, and then hub will transfer it to system 4. In this, what happens? Suppose system 1 gets distorted. So this particular, what you say, let me just do it with another color. So this particular network will remain secure. It will have no effect that system 1 went away. Due to system 1, there would be no harm to this particular network. Okay. And there is a bus system. Suppose there is a common line. Okay, so this is a common line of transmission, and you say that send this packet to node 2, node to data. So it will travel to this, it will match, are you node 2? It say no, I'm not one. It will come here, it will say, are you node 2? It will say yes, no, 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 I am not, I am a node 3. Then it will go to this. In this, what happens that if this particular line get distorted, your whole line gets distorted. That's why bus topology is also not a good option. Okay. And in ring topologies, like section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4 are connected in a ring wise manner. In a ring wise manner. Okay, so basically the major disadvantage of this particular is that if this particular get distorted, the whole ring gets distorted, and due to which this is also not a good option, uh, in which we can share our, what you say, in which we can connect our computers. So like, before moving ahead, now just tell me that what is the best networking topology that you can find out of these four? That is it mesh, star, is it bus or a ring topology? Which is best among all of these four? Okay. Okay. Mm, okay. So till now, only two people have given the right answer. Till now. Okay, so no, definitely Mash is a one, but don't you see that a star topology is a good one? Definitely, there is a slow speed, but what happens if system one gets distorted? Your whole system remains as it is, right? The only thing that is happening is that there is a some delay that is happening between this. Otherwise, right, definitely it depends on the purpose, but I'm talking in all over manner, like for a general purpose. Okay. So someone, if someone asks you that what is best among these four, you will definitely say star, and you will compare it with the mash. Definitely. And how you will compare? You will say definitely in mash our data transfer speed can be high, but once, what happens if one computer that gets disconnected from the network, it hampers the, what you say, overall performance of the whole system. Whereas in star, you are actually kind of a star, like, right, you are kind of a star, and if you get disconnected, nothing happens to the other systems. Okay. Now now this is good one. Now I'll talk about that, how the more complex networks are formed. The other complex network, they are formed using hybrid. Means that in a hybrid, it will containing a mesh topology also, star topology also, bus topology also, and ring topology also. We actually combined all the good part of these networking system, and we made a hybrid topology. So this is the hybrid topology. So like, some part it is a mesh topology, some part it is a ring, a star topology. Okay. And in some part it is a ring topology. So someone was just mentioning that it depends upon the purpose. Okay, so definitely it depends upon the purpose in a network how the networking devices should be done. So if someone asks the best networking topology, you will definitely answer hybrid and a star topology, and you will give answers that why it is better than a mesh topology. Okay, so these were the basic terms. Okay, like we studied that what is CN. Okay, we studied that what is CN. Okay, we studied what are the basic computer network terms. Okay, what are the different topologies we see, and now we will move towards the OSI model. Okay, so definitely this can feel very heavy to you, but this is a very simplest thing that I have ever seen in my life. Okay, I don't know why some people gets like this is some heavy stuff, and even if someone gets it, they don't remember it very well. Okay, I'll just explain you. Okay, like before starting with this OSI model, like did you get understand that why we are under why we are studying this computer networks? Okay, suppose there is a phone. Suppose my phone is connected to my friend's phone using WhatsApp. Okay, this is the networking. Okay, so this is the networking, and I don't think so like anyone has ever think of that how that this networking thing is a very important part of our life. And if I'll just relate these things to the real world example, it will be really beneficial for you, like it will be very easy for you to understand. Okay, so okay, so let me just see any doubt, and then we will start the major OSI and TCP model. So if you understand the OSI model, you will definitely understand the TCP model because it is a modified version of an OSI model. Okay, ठीक है. Okay, so is there any attendance taken by you? So there would be a form that will be shared by the DevTown team. Okay, so like after 40 or 55 minutes of the session, they share the link. You have to fill that. Okay, so and someone, so you have to fill that in order to get the certificates. Okay, having switch or a hub, uh, also in other way of networking is like is other way. Okay, we will look at this. What are switch and hubs? They are the networking devices which are used to net like to form the network of devices. Okay, they are used at different levels. Okay, okay. So someone asked that what is data packet? So data packet is like the packet of data. Okay, like the collection of data that has to be sent from the sender side to the receiver side, or from the receiver side, or like from the sender to the receiver destination. Okay, data. Sir, in star, if hub fails due to load. Okay. 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 Okay, now am I visible? I think something went wrong. My voice is clear, I think so. Something went wrong. Okay, okay. I think internet connection issue. So I think let me explain some more doubt. Okay, so OSI means Open System Interconnection Model. Definitely, I'm currently doing cybersecurity internship, and computer networking is most important topic to understand first. Yes, right, definitely. Okay, can you explain on layer 5 and 6 of the OSI model, please? Definitely, we will look layer by layer. in the upcoming, but today we will look at overview. And this overview, I think, would be enough for your 5-day boot camp. Okay, byte by byte. Okay, so can you summarize the first three topics? Okay, definitely. Okay, definitely. Okay. Now I think just I'll be summarizing that what is computer networks. Computer networks is basically the networking of different devices in a network. The real world example is that your Wi-Fi is connected to your phone, laptop, smart TVs, your gaming console, right? There are some objectives of the computer networking, that is to provide the security and data integrity, to provide a streamlined connection between all of the networking devices so that they can easily network with each other. Okay. Okay, so okay, now we look at some of the basic terms in the computer networks. That is, there are different types of networking types. Like it can be a local area network, it can be a wide area network. Okay, it can be a metropolitan area network. We look at the that particular thing. Okay, suppose a local area network means a network in a building itself. Okay, man means the network of different buildings that are scattered over a capital or a large area. WAN means a wide area network, means a network of a America or an India connected through devices. Okay, so this is a kind of a network. Now we look at someone was having this particular thing. Okay, someone was having the types of transmission. Like suppose there is one computer and there is one computer, and you have to send data to this from sender to receiver. So in this type you have three modes. Okay. Okay, so you have three modes, that either you can go simplex communication. In simplex communication, what will happen? Sender will only send the data; it will not receive anything. Okay, it will not receive anything. This is simplex communication, and that's why it is also known as unidirectional. Okay, that's why it is also called as unidirectional. In half duplex, what will happen? You will get the response, but that response would not be simultaneously. So the real world example is a walkie talkie. What happens that first you press this button and speak something, and then you remove that button, and then what will happen? The receiver side, if the receiver side has to send something to you, it will press the button from its side and then will explain to you. Okay. Okay. Okay, so someone said, sir, as you told, star is better, but what happens if the hub fails? Okay, if the hub fails, so all of your network is get distorted. Okay, anything can happen. But if you talk about the better thing, it is basically star is more better than mash. Okay, and talking about full duplex is that simultaneous communication happens. Suppose you send hi and simultaneously it will send hi, means, okay, are you able to get my point? Suppose if you are talking on a phone, that is a bidirectional link. That is a bidirectional link. Okay, so okay, so I think this is the revision, and now we will go towards the OSI and TCP model, and that would be a very interesting part of this particular boot camp. Okay, that is very interesting and it will clear your most of the doubts. Okay. Okay, and what will happen in simultaneous day, we will look at each layer specifically, and we will look at what are the networking protocols, how those layer works, and what are the networking device that are incorporated in those uh, layers. Okay, so currently in the companies which topologies are used, either it is star or it is a hybrid, majorly hybrid. So can you guide how to explain these topics in interviews, and also tell us that which are the essential topics? Okay, so we are, the whole motive is that these are the essential, all of these topics are very essential for your interviews, because interviews directly ask that what is LAN, what is MAN. Okay, Okay, so they will ask you about, like, from this particular session, they will majorly ask you about the OSI model, its different layers and working. So I think we can start. We have delayed. Okay, we have actually catered lots of doubt. Now I think we can start. Okay, so OSI model, it actually represents that how the data from the sending side goes through different types of application. So these applications do not reside somewhere else. These are the applications that are residing inside your computer. First of all, clear this doubt. The application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, physical layer, these all layers are inside your computer. Okay, then they are connected through hubs, internet. Okay, then this is a receiving PC, which is having the same, definitely the other devices also having the same things in it: the application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. Okay. Okay. Okay, so what happens? Suppose, so you can just think. So you will be you are getting my point, that what is happening is some data is sent from sending PC. It actually travels from the application layer first, then goes to presentation. Look at these, what you say, mark arrows here. Okay, then it goes to session, transport, network, data link layer, physical link layer. It goes towards the router, or you can say definitely the router and hubs, and it gets connected to your the physical layer of the receiving side. And definitely then physical layer, data link layer, network layer, session layer, presentation layer, and it is shown in your computer. Now I will explain you with a real world example. Suppose you are using a WhatsApp. Okay, suppose you are using a WhatsApp. Now the main things work for which all of you are here, and I think this is the main part that I also wanted to explain you. Okay, suppose you are using a WhatsApp and you type a hi message and send, and suppose you click on the send button. So now the send button, after that what happens is that it goes to your application layer. Application is the WhatsApp. The WhatsApp is kind of an application layer. You can just okay, so this is your application layer. Once you click the hi, in this application layer, what gets decided, that what this particular hi, what protocol it will use to send the message. So definitely the protocol it will use is okay. Okay. So now what? Okay. Okay. So suppose we type a hi, and what this hi will do. So in this particular layer, it will decide that hi, either it will use a HTTP protocol. Okay. So I think you all must be very much familiar with these terms, that either it will use a HTTP protocol, HTTPS protocol, like hypertext transfer protocol of security, whether it will use a FTP. Okay, depending upon an app. So basically, what type of answer do you get from this particular application layer? Once you get, है ना, once you get through this application layer, what you get is that the user wants to send the message. Okay, this is what the answer you get. Okay, in the presentation layer, just answer me this in the chat section. Have you ever seen that WhatsApp says that we encrypt your message? Okay, there is an end-to-end encryption. There is an end-to-end encryption between the sending and the receiving side. So that particular work of encryption, the encryption of your data, is done by the presentation layer. Okay, encryption. So let me write. If you are clear, let me just type it. Definitely these all things are included in your notes, though I'll be writing so that it is easy for you to understand here itself. Okay, encryption. Okay, have you ever seen that in WhatsApp it says that it is an end-to-end encrypted thing? Okay, so that encryption, that when you send a hi from here, then it gets to your presentation layer in your own device. Okay, in your own device, these all layers are present in your own device, and and that encryption happens at this presentation layer. Okay, now this was about the encryption. Okay, or you can say coding decoding kind of a thing, coding or decoding kind of a thing, that is handled by the presentation layer. Okay, session layer, definitely the term itself is describing this particular layer actually creates a session between the sender and the receiving side. Suppose, have you ever seen that once there is an inactivity for like 10 minutes or 20 minutes, your local storage, or you can say local storage at the backend, get removed? Okay, so that particular thing, creating a session between a sender and a receiving side, is done by the this particular layer of the OSI model. Okay, now talking about the transport layer. Now transport layer actually gives us two things. Okay, it gives us two things, that port number. Now you will understand that port number, what is port number, and it also define the type of connection, okay. Now I'll explain you that what I mean by type of connection. Okay, okay, type of communication, it's the same thing. Type of communication. Okay, now talking about type of communication. By the type of communication, there are two things, that either it can be a connection oriented or it is a connection less. Suppose your device is sending message to your friend's device, that is a connection less. Okay, suppose your device is connected to your computer and you are sending data, that is a connection oriented. Okay, so this particular layer. Okay, so this particular layer decides whether it is a connection oriented, whether it is a connection oriented communication will be happening or a connection less. Now talking about the port number, this is the most important thing. Suppose in your device, okay, suppose in your from your whatsapp w2, let me write this is yours. Okay, and this is your friend's phone. Okay, this is your friend's phone, like this is your friend's phone, and in this friend's phone there are four or five applications that are working. Suppose Instagram working, he has opened simultaneously all of these apps: Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp. Now this port number will decide that in your friend's phone your message should get to the WhatsApp itself. Okay, it should not enter any other port number. Suppose it should not enter the message section of the Instagram, it should not get the message section of the Facebook. Okay, so are you able to get my point, that what is this port number? Okay, so this port number is basically is that which app should receive the data, and it should send the data reliably, and the type of connection, that whether it will be a connection oriented or a connection less. uh, Okay, so I think if any doubt till here, like the application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, till now, any doubt, just ask me, because these three layers would be more interesting, and they are very important. And someone said that your attendance link is not working. It is working in my, if I can show you, it is working in mine. Okay, these are working in mine. Okay, so I think no issues with the attendance link. First of all, just tell me that Any doubt till now? Because this is the most easy explanation that you will find any platform on YouTube about this OSI model. Okay. Like, are you getting my point that what is this port number? So this transportation layer actually decides that which app should get that particular message on the receiving side. Okay. And whether it would be a connection oriented or a connection less approach. Okay, suppose though there is a different name, that whether it will be a TCP connection or a UDP connection. UDP is a connection less protocol, whereas TCP is a connection oriented protocol. That we will look once we, okay, in the upcoming days. Explain transport layer. Okay. अभी तो like I have not fully told you about the OSI model. I am asking that, are you having any doubt in these four layer? Suppose you type a hi message, that is your application layer. Okay, that hi message get encrypted, or get encrypted into coded words, right? So to maintain your data security, that is done in the presentation layer. Okay, session layer is to create the session between the sender and the receiver side. So and the transport layer tells two things, that which app will conceive that message. Okay, which app will conceive that particular message, and that is decided using port number. Suppose WhatsApp is running at a port number 400. It will look um, towards the receiver side, and will look at the WhatsApp. It will see, yes, they have the same port number, and it will send the message. Okay, because this never happens. Suppose Instagram is also open on the same device. So if this message is sent from the WhatsApp, it gets to the WhatsApp. It does not get to the Instagram, right? So this is done using transport layer. Okay. Okay. So I think, okay, sir, can you explain why port forwarding matter? Definitely. See, I don't. Okay. See, port number. Suppose WhatsApp is having some port number, it will be having the same port number in your friend's phone. Okay, so basically what port number is doing, it is actually helping us to maintain that which app in the receiving side should get that particular message or data. Are you getting my point? So this is like the basic like the core understanding of port number. Port number is a number which is assigned to an application. Suppose like WhatsApp is having a port number. Similarly, what you say? Oh, okay. So these are kind of the, this is the like basic functionality of port number. It says that which application should get that particular data. Okay. Now I think we can move forward towards the network and the data, and then the physical layer. Okay. In the network layer, your routing happens. Let me just okay. Let me just clear all of these things. Uh, okay. Okay, I think these all things would be clear. So let me just clear all these things so that you may get. Okay. Now, in the networking layer, your logical addressing happens. Logical addressing means, suppose this is a device, and then this is the receiving device. So there is a unique number. Okay, so what happened in the transport layer? Transport layer actually told that which app should we send our data to. Now in the networking layer, it says that which device we have to send the data. The I'll repeat it again. The transport layer told that which app on the device should get the data. Now we are talking about that which device should get the data. Okay, so that addressing, that logical addressing is done at the networking layer. Okay, and the routing. And have you ever listened the term router? So router, or you can say routing, happens at the networking layer. Okay, so this happens at the networking layer. Now talking about the data link layer, uh, data link layer, you can just for now understand that it is used. Let me write this here so that it is easy for you. So in the networking layer, what happens? Your logical addressing happens. Logical addressing happens. Okay, logical addressing happens. In data link layer, the main things that happen is that your data gets transferred. Okay, let me just do it here. In data link layer, what happens? Your data get converted into frames. Okay, like the smaller quantity so that it can travel, or you can say fragmentation can happen. And what happens? Physical addressing and the physical address, right? Like this is the actual address of the device. Logical address and physical addressing, I think all of you must know, because this thing is covered specifically in our previous boot camp. But I think these are very logical terms, that what is logical addressing, what is the physical addressing. The physical address is the, like the physical address of the hardware. Logical address means it is a logical address. Okay, and in logical addressing, if someone is aware, logical addressing, it can be of IPv4 format, IPv4, or it can be of an IPv6 format. And you can actually identify IPv6. Okay, IPv6. And suppose what's my what's my IP address. If you type this and go to this particular first link, you will get to know that what's your, like their logical address. Like that, if you that what is the logical, what you say, logical name of your device. Okay, so when you click on this, you will get with that what is the like the IP address of your devices. And you can see that either it will be an for IPv4 or an IPv6. IPv4 means it will be of 4 bytes, like this. It will contain 4 things like this. We will look at this in the upcoming section. Or it will have the 6 things like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, it will be IPv4 and IPv6. And physical layer, in this physical layer, this is where the data gets into bits. Okay, data get into bits, or you can say frames get into bits, get into bits, and is transferred to your friend or the receiving side. Okay, to your friend. Okay, using like internet. Okay, you can see internet, local area network, long distance network. And similarly, whole of these things get repeated in your receiving side. Suppose the data gets transferred from the physical layer, it will get to the data link layer. It will see that from which device it came. Okay, it will see that what application I have to show this particular data. It will create the session which has been created by the sender. Okay, it will then get decoded. Okay, here it get encrypted. Okay, it will now here that encryption will reverse. We have to find the real data. And now high is shown to the receiving side. Okay, now the major difference between the OSI and TCP model. Now you can just look at this. I think now you will understand this particular thing, that it is explained in a beautiful manner. Okay, just look at this. Though I'll be sharing this particular thing in my GitHub, and do follow, right? Because otherwise you will not get the other updates. Okay, you will not get the other updates. I'll highly recommend you to follow this particular thing, because these are not included in my what you say, notes, because these are made after the notes. Okay, uh, okay, so I think this is all about. Now I think you can understand better, like the MAC addressing, the IP addressing, TCP or UDP. Like it will be a connection oriented connection, not oriented. like HTTP, HTTPS. Now, difference between the TCP and OSI model is that we discussed application, presentation, and session, that these are different layers. But what happens in TCP, they are combined within the application layer itself. Okay, so it provides more integrity, more security. So these are some of the differences. So basically the main difference is that it is a 7 layered protocol and this is a 4 layered protocol. And how 4 layered means, there is no like reduction in terms of the, what you say, in reduction in terms of the functionality. They are providing the same functionality, it's just that they are combined in 1 layer. The transport layer remains the same. Okay, the network layer is termed as the internet layer, and the data link layer and physical layer are combined into a network access. So this is the basic main difference. Home Pandits asking the topics to cover. Okay, so this is the main difference between the TCP and OSI model. So if someone asks you in the what do you say, in interviews, so this is TCP means transmission control protocol, OSI means open system interconnection. It is a 4 layer protocol, it is a 7 layer protocol. As you can see that there is a better integrity. So what happens, it is more reliable and it is less reliable. I think this would be more than enough if you say in an interview. And I think, okay, so I think all of these things are done. Go to my GitHub. In my GitHub I have already uploaded these day one notes. Okay, you will open and you will find these. Okay, you will find these, you will go for more pages. You will find all of those things that what I have repeated, like what all session had been. Okay, and I have also uploaded 20 questions, 20-25 questions which are very, like very frequently asked in the FANG companies, and they are very easy. And you can see that we have covered almost all of them, that what is computer networks, why do we computer networks, LAN, WAN, MAN. Okay. Oh, let's just wait a minute. Mm, wait, no, 1 minute. Okay. LAN, WAN, MAN. Okay, what is network topology, bus topology, star, ring, mesh? Which topology is mostly used? Star topology. We have already seen that. Why? What is an OSI model? Okay, so if someone was asking, है ना? Okay, so someone was asking that how I can remember this OSI model. So I think you can just create a very mnemonic. That I have done is that APS, 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 TN, TN, DP. Okay, okay. So from application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transportation layer, network layer, data link layer, and presentation layer. So this is the mnemonic that I have been following. So that's why they are in my memory for a long time. Okay, so these all are very easy questions that you can now answer, and they are top frequent questions which are asked in the FANG companies. Okay, now I'll share the GitHub link. Okay, okay, so someone asked the domain name system. Yes, definitely. We will cover that. That is a part of an application layer. Okay, this is my GitHub link. Uh, and do fill out the attendance form. I am waiting for you for 2 minutes. Now, if you have, okay, now I have just shared the GitHub link. Just look at the in the chat section. This is my GitHub link. Just I have shared. Okay, nice. So topology, that is the mostly used, indeed the star, right. Star topology is basically used, but hybrid is also in a. Sir, your LinkedIn username. Okay. You want my LinkedIn? Uh, okay, let me just share. Because first of all, just get to the GitHub. I'll definitely share the LinkedIn link also. Okay, I think all of you have got the GitHub link. Just don't write anything in the chat section because it goes up when you write. This is my LinkedIn link. Okay. Now, if anyone is having any doubt, you can just ask me in the chat section. Okay, notes are uploaded on the GitHub link. Okay. Now, if anyone is having any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave the session. Okay. And do fill out the attendance form, and I am waiting for that. Okay. So, can you re upload your GitHub link? Oh, okay. Okay. Sir, all the people seems to need daily planning. All people seem to need daily planning. Right, class is finished. If you have any doubt, you can ask, otherwise you can leave. So where is the form? Form is pinned in your comment section. Once you open the comment section, there is this pinned link, the white one. Okay, click. Reho. Okay, so it will go to. Okay, now I think we can end the session. Okay, do fill out the attendance form. Otherwise, okay, do fill out the attendance form. All people see. Acha, oh, okay, 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 understood. The mnemonic. Okay, nice, very nice. I have never think of this way. Okay, it was good to make you this whole day one boot camp to you all. I think you like the session, and I think you get the more interesting way of the TCP and OSI model in a very easy manner. Okay, goodbye. Have a good night. Now you can leave the session. Okay. So someone asked disadvantages of mesh y star. Definitely I have covered it. Just get to the boot camp. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye.